The Sportscast, May 6, 2022. If you haven't yet, please subscribe in all our channels: YouTube, Twitch.tv, Twitter, and Apple Podcasts. And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, please leave a rating and a review. It will help us out tremendously. Also, you can listen to us on your smart speaker. Also, go to thesportscast.net, our website, and also you can download our app, the Sportscast for iOS. The World Cup is coming this November. It's being from November 21st to December 18th of this year. And we're going to do some specials these next upcoming weeks or months, actually months, because there is a lot of teams to discuss. And today's first team we're going to discuss is Qatar, host team of the World Cup. And joining us for these specials is Lucas Pibot, an Argentinian that now is living in Miami. Welcome to the Sportscast.
Hey, Santiago, thank you for having me. I hope we could keep reviewing all these teams. I really liked it when you called me and told me you had this idea, so it should be fun. It should be a fun couple of weeks. I think it's gonna be more than a couple of weeks. It's gonna be months because there's 32 teams that we gotta review.
Yeah, so we're doing one team per show. Lucas, before we start, tell us a little bit about yourself and your background with the beautiful game.
Sure. Well, I was born in Argentina. I grew up in Argentina. I've always played. And now I coach. Now I don't play anymore. But I've always been a better coach than a player, to be honest. And a big fan of the game. Big fan of South American football, and a big River Plate fan. I don't know if you can see it because of my pool. But yeah, no, very happy to be here and discuss and view, because I'm gonna be honest with you. There's a lot of teams that I have never seen play in the World Cup, so it's hard to say who's gonna win it without even giving everybody a chance.
Yeah, which is why we're gonna review each team. Which we're starting with Qatar, the host of this year's World Cup, and this team I have seen before. They played in the CONCACAF
Colombia, right?
What was that?
They played Colombia, right?
I don't know if they did. Well, yeah, they did in the Copa America.
Yeah, they played
last year, and they played against USA in the CONCACAF Gold Cup. So yeah, let's discuss and see what this team is all about. This Qatar team has never been to a World Cup.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, they've never been to the World Cup. They actually, their roster, I believe, they might have some foreign players, like Brazilian players, in this roster.
Oh, wow.
So
that's good. That's good for them.
Yeah, so they might poach. Their coach is from Spain. His name is Felix Sanchez.
I saw that, but I also saw that he doesn't have a lot of experience coaching national teams or teams. To be honest,
correct. So he worked for the Barcelona B team.
Yeah. Fun fact. I coach a U14 girls team, and I have a diploma from the school of Barcelona that I did online a few months ago. So my team in Miami Shores is where I work at. It's called La Masia. So
dude, that's huge. Getting a certificate from Barcelona.
No, but it's we use it so that it was really good. It was very good. It's taught by one of the best coaches in La Masia. So they kind of teach you how to do it and how to practice and how to do everything. But it's funny how I from day one, as the first time I got the team, I'm like, this is La Masia. So now the whole club knows us as La Masia.
Hey, that's awesome. That's one of the best academies of soccer in the world.
I will disagree on you on that one.
Which one is it, you think?
River Plate.
Oh, River Plate. Yeah, well, to be honest, you got to give credit to those clubs because they're the ones that getting these players from these countries, like itself, like you know, who discovered Messi? It wasn't all Barcelona. It was probably a club in Argentina somewhere.
And he went to Argentina. He went to River. He went to Boca, and they didn't want to pay for his treatment. So that's why he never played in Argentina.
Interesting. And I think he went over to Europe when he was 6 or 12.
He was like 12, I think. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, young,
Um,
played for medical bills as well.
he did, yeah.
All right. So the coach is from Barcelona. He coached, he managed the youth team there from 96 to 06. So he has a lot of experience that for the youth, not for the senior teams. Then he worked for the Aspire Academy. I don't know what is that all about. It sounds German. And then he's been in Qatar since 2013. So he's coached the Qatar under 19, under 23, and now the senior team. Is that
That's good. So
enough?
he knows. He knows all the players.
Exactly.
Uh, I don't think it's
And
enough to compete, but it's enough to know your team and to know everybody.
yeah, exactly. And he's been in Qatar since 2006, so he's been along with this project for a while. Let me tell you what they've done these past 4 years. They didn't qualify for the 2018 World Cup. I believe they were short. Like they were good in the first round, but they didn't do well for like the second round of the qualifying, which is
Okay.
typically dominated by Korea, Japan, Australia. So it's a pretty tight mix in the Asia Confederation. Would you agree?
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. It's tough. It's tough. Asia, Europe, even Africa is tough to go to the World Cup.
Africa is very tough. I think the Common Bowl is the toughest. Did you hear that Chile is doing a legal complaint to FIFA that Ecuador had a Colombian player playing for them?
I've heard something. I've heard something, but I don't think that's gonna go through.
Yeah, it's not
It
gonna
never
go
does.
through.
Uh,
And for Chile, they say if that was so, their argument is they'll get two forfeits and then they qualify. So
okay.
they take
Uh,
over Ecuador.
Does Colombia have a chance if that happens, or
I don't know. I don't think so. Well,
it,
ooh, good
it's
question.
incredible. It's incredible that Colombia is not going to World Cup with the players they
I
have.
know they have a lot of talented players, but they didn't score for 8 games, which
I
that will
know.
cost you.
And it costs. Yeah. I saw this guy, the new guy. Well, new to me. That plays in Liverpool now. What is his name?
Luis Diaz.
Luis
He
Diaz.
he is the hottest thing right now.
Gallardo asked for him to go play in River maybe 5 years ago,
Oh,
and
and what happened?
no, they asked for too much money, which was like $2 or $3 million back then.
Now, Colombian
Uh,
players have gone to Argentinian clubs. I mean, historically, that has been a trend. I remember
but
the
right now,
goalkeeper
which one?
went to Argentina. But anyways, go ahead.
No, but no, you're right. Before it used to be, you kind of had to pay in Argentina before going to Europe. Um, People from Uruguay, from Colombia, from all over the South America, they used to play in the Argentinian league first, and then make that big jump.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly. Because I guess the European scouts are in Argentina. There's no doubt.
I guess, yeah, yeah.
They got
Uh,
resources there. Anyways, Qatar, they won the 2019 Asian Cup, which is like equivalent to the Copa America or to the Gold Cup. And they pretty much brushed through it. They defeated Lebanon 2-0. They beat North Korea 6-0, which is pretty easy. 2-0 win against Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia has some history in the Asia Confederation. Then they beat Iraq in the round of 16. Wow, this is a full tournament. This is not
yeah,
quarterfinals, round 16. And then beat South Korea, which I think South Korea is the top two best teams in Asia,
okay.
maybe more than Japan. And then they defeated the host United Arab Emirates 4-0 to set up a finale against four times winner Japan, which they beat them 3-1. That's not bad.
Wow, wow, that's not bad. Japan usually has a good team.
Yeah. Japan is pretty physical, very athletic. I remember when Copa America, which you probably saw this, when they went to the Copa America, they were running like nonstop.
Yeah, yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
Okay, so then they won that, which is a pretty good sign. It's a good sign that they could perform in Group A. Then they went to the Copa America, which this Copa America, I like this format. I don't know what you think, but two groups. That's
Okay.
it of five teams, I believe, or was it eight?
Yeah, five
Yeah,
teams.
each. So Qatar was invited. They were placed in Group B with Colombia, Argentina, and Paraguay. Their first game was against Paraguay, where they came back from a 2-0 deficit to a 2-2 tie, which I actually remembered, but marked it for the first time. Qatar suffered more than one goal in any major tournament since winning the Asian Cup in the UAE. It was followed by a 0-1 loss to Colombia, ending the team's undefeated streak in any major competition to 8, and then a 0-2 loss against Argentina.
Yeah.
And
I don't think I saw that game. I don't remember it.
you probably thought they're going to win it anyways,
Yeah,
Argentina.
probably. But no, yeah, I really don't remember that game.
Yeah,
It was
and
recent. It wasn't that far away.
it was 2019, and I'm going to look up 2021 because I did not look up 2021 if they were if they were in that Copa America, because I know Qatar wanted to be in. No, they were not. They were
Or not.
invited, but then because of COVID, they couldn't go.
Okay.
So it was fully South America for 2021. I like it like that.
I don't know. I like having. I wish
Yes,
European teams would join. Maybe like have a like an Italy or a
which
France.
which like there was one a time back in 2011 or 09 that they wanted to bring Spain to compete in the
Yeah,
Copa
yeah, I
America.
remember that. Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Didn't
Spain
happen.
did a little tour by South America after winning the World Cup, and Argentina beat them like 4-1 or something like that.
Now, but the thing is, here's the risk if you invite a European team, Lucas, because they could really compete it in the Como Bowl.
But that's what you want. You don't want to invite somebody that's just gonna show up. You want someone that you're
True.
gonna compete, that you're gonna see in the
Exactly.
World Cup. Yeah, no, that's the point of inviting somebody.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly. And I remember they would invite Mexico every time, and Mexico will go to the
yeah,
championship
no,
game
no,
there.
yeah. Mexico used to do well. Um, Same thing
And
with Copa Libertadores. Mexico, the Mexican teams used to do good.
oh, they
Uh,
would invite them too.
yeah, yeah, and
I
I
didn't know
think it
that.
stopped maybe like 10 years ago, something like that.
Wonder why?
Uh,
Oh, because of the Concacaf Champions League, maybe.
Probably.
Because they started that in '06, so maybe there was a interesting scenario
Probably.
there.
The,
Oh,
the best game I remember was no, because River beat Tigres in 2015 for the finals.
really?
So they played 2015. They played Copa Libertadores. But I remember growing up, Chivas against Boca Juniors, and Bofo Bautista doing all his crazy stuff. And I remember if he was an assistant coach or someone in the Boca Juniors bench spit on Bofo Bautista's face, and there was a big controversy and big issues. And I thought they stopped it there, but now that I remember, 2015 they had teams too, so
That was way
they
back in
kept
the
going.
day.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was back in 2004, 5.
So back to Qatar. Qatar did not get invited to 2021 because of COVID, and I think they couldn't get another team. But they did go to the Gold Cup, the CONCACAF, where they play against USA, Mexico, Canada, Jamaica, which is a tough tournament, I say. They claimed 7 points in Group D, which I
Okay.
think they won the group. Their debut was against Panama with a 3-3 draw. Then they beat Grenada 4-0. That's pretty easy. Then Honduras 2-0. Then they went to the quarterfinals, and they beat El Salvador 3-2. But then they went to the semis against the United States, lost against 1-0. I remember that match. That was a tight match. And what I remember about that squad, Lucas, was that they would have like two or three Brazilian players.
Okay.
But I noticed in their squad now, I can't. I mean, maybe they can. Like maybe they changed their name. I don't know, but I don't see any Brazilian name in the current squad. I don't know.
Yeah, they could make him, maybe convert to a different religion and
I was gonna say that. I think they
change
probably
the
because
names.
because that happens when sometimes when you convert to a different religion, you could change your name. I believe you could do that in the Muslim religion. I'm not 100%, but I won't be surprised if that's so. So I don't think the Gold Cup had a third or fourth place game, but they finished in the top four for CONCACAF. I mean, is
That's not
that a lot
bad.
to tell?
Well, I'll tell you this: how many Concacaf teams have won the World Cup?
No, zero.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't want
but
to be rude. I don't want to be rude. I won't
no,
be
it's
mad, but
true. It's true. And who do you think? Who do you think would be the first team to win it? USA or Mexico to win the World Cup?
USA.
I think so too. I think they have the resources.
I think next not this World Cup, but 2026. I think the US is gonna do really good.
They're gonna go deep. I
Uh,
think. I think the top four. I think that's what I.
it could be top four. It could even be finalist.
Yeah.
I'll,
Wow. Which was
yeah,
huge.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um. So in the Gold Cup, there was no third and fourth place game. I believe they removed that because I don't see it in Wikipedia.
Okay.
Then they had the 2021 FIFA Arab Cup. I didn't know that existed. You could probably watch it on the FIFA stream, the new
Okay.
FIFA Plus stream, which is coming out this year.
By the way, if FIFA Stream is listening to this, use sponsorship.
Exactly. Qatar won all of its group stage matches and faced UAE, which they beat a couple years ago at the Asian Cup, winning 5-0, but they lost 2-1 in the semi game against Algeria, which that Algerian team has Mahrez,
Okay.
and then they got third place.
Okay. Maris is really good.
Mahrez is
I
good.
didn't know. I didn't know where he was from.
I watch the Premier League every week,
You
and
do. You do.
then Mahrez, which a lot of good players come from Algeria. Mahrez, Zidane, some
Yeah.
good soccer over there from North Africa.
Yeah. 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 Who's your Premier League team?
My team is Liverpool, and we're in the Champions League finale.
Do you think you have a chance against the?
I think we do with Real Madrid, because they beat us about 2-3 years ago, and they did us dirty. Sergio Ramos
I saw the game. That's why I'm laughing. I saw it, and
gave an elbow to Mo Salah, which he was
I'll,
out.
I'll tell
I
you
think that
why.
happened like the first minute. I think.
In my team, I always want Sergio Ramos.
Really, why?
He wins.
He
He
is a
wins.
competitor, but now he signed with Paris this past year, and I don't. I mean, like he hasn't played much.
He's too old.
He's.
He's
I
for,
know.
for soccer. For soccer, he's too old.
Yeah, and like when you see those players start at an early age, 16, 17,
Yeah.
you see them decline in their early
Did you
30s.
did you see his series in Amazon Prime?
No, I haven't. How was it?
It's very good. He has two seasons. I saw season one.
Really?
It's very good. It's very good. Especially if
Competitor,
you like.
isn't he?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He doesn't want to lose, even with his kids. There's a funny. I think it's in episode one that his wife asks his kids. He's like, "Oh, who's your favorite Real Madrid player?" And the little kid goes like, "Modric." He was like, "No, no, it's Sergio Ramos."
Yeah, Sergio Ramos, one of the best defenders, but I think he peaked early, and I don't know what's up with them with PSG because I know they wanted to offload him
Okay.
because it's too much money and he wasn't playing, or maybe they found out his injuries were severe or like whatever.
It could
But
be. Yeah.
he could be. I mean, I won't be surprised he'll be joining like the Real Madrid front office or maybe be a coach for Real Madrid. That they typically
Yeah,
do that.
or I think he could do a couple years of MLS.
Maybe MLS or Qatar because a lot of them go to
Of
the Arab
yeah,
world. Um,
China.
yeah, that's another one. I haven't seen. I mean, I haven't seen too many go to China lately. I don't know what it is. Maybe because of the virus,
Could be.
probably.
Could be. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, so Qatar, they're in Group A, Lucas, and they're gonna be playing against Ecuador, Senegal, and Holland, Netherlands. What are your thoughts over this group? Does Qatar have a chat?
No,
Why?
No, no, no. Ecuador. I know a lot of people have not seen Ecuador play, but Ecuador is a very good team. Um, they play very well. Very how do you call it? They play very well together. So
Right.
they build a very good team, and it's very hard to beat them. Um, Senegal, they usually always have. I haven't seen Senegal play, but they usually have
Mane
very fast players. Mane, and the
from
African
Liverpool.
teams. I never want to play an African team. They're always very tough, very challenging. They get you
Argentina
very
always
tired.
gets Nigeria.
We do. This year we got lucky. And then Holland, Netherlands. They always play well. My favorites in that group is Netherlands and Ecuador.
I don't know. Here's the thing. I think Senegal, they won the African Nations Cup a couple months ago. They might be that number 2 team over
I think
Ecuador, but it's gonna be tight
well,
though. It's not gonna be easy.
we'll see them and we're gonna talk about it. So we'll know. I haven't seen Senegal play. I saw Netherlands play and I saw Ecuador play.
Senegal beat Egypt, so it was Mane against Mo Salah, and Egypt lost because Mo Salah missed a penalty.
Wow,
Yeah,
what a
so
player though, Mo Salah.
yeah, no, yeah, one of the best players in the world. I think last year he was considered for the Ballon d'Or, but not this year. This year is more like Benzema. I think he's
Yeah,
favored.
yeah.
Um, so I say Group A, Netherlands number 1. What do you think about this Netherlands squad? I mean, they got some good players, Frankie De Jong and Memphis Depay, but do you think this team is good?
I think it's a good team. I saw him play against Germany a couple of weeks back, maybe like a month back, and they were. I think it was one. I think Germany was winning 1 or 2-0, and then they were able to tie. They were able to tie against Germany. I think it was 2-2 in the end. But it was a very good, very challenging team. They had the ball. They were competing a lot. They played really well.
Yeah. I say Netherlands for sure number 1. These host teams in the past, the only one host team that did not do well historically was South Africa, where they did not make it out of the group. Qatar. Now, looking at this group, maybe Qatar will not get out of this group.
No, you're on my team now. You don't think
Yeah,
they're gonna make it? Yeah,
I don't think
it's a very tough
like
group.
it's a tough group. I mean, it's kind of like if Qatar had replace Ecuador with like Scotland, then they might have
Okay,
a chance.
okay.
But Ecuador, Senegal, they're 2 good number 2s, and Netherlands is not a guaranteed number 1 either.
It's not. It's not. It could
So
be. It could be Ecuador and Senegal. I wouldn't be surprised.
that could happen. That could
Yeah.
happen. I mean, keep in mind this is new territory for everyone. This is neutral, Lucas. No one's played in Qatar much.
No, no, you're right.
Like you can have World Cups in Europe. You're gonna have a couple of teams that know that terrain, that know that weather. South America, the same thing. Argentina, Brazil did well in that World Cup in 2014. The Europeans were kind of used to it, but this one is completely neutral.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like 77 degrees most of the time, but we'll see. I mean, Qatar could have home field advantage, but might not be enough.
Yeah.
So,
Let me ask you this:
yeah.
if let's say Colombia is in the World Cup,
Mm-hmm.
right,
Oof.
and you have Liverpool, Real Madrid coming up now, who would you rather Liverpool win a Champions League or would you rather Colombia win the World Cup?
Oh, Colombia win the World Cup. Yeah,
Okay.
for sure. Yeah, I think. I mean, I still think the World Cup is way more prestigious than the Champions League.
Is that your favorite tournament, the World Cup?
Yeah, by far. And
You would,
yes, there's an argument about that the Champions League or the club leagues are getting more popular. Yeah, which is reality. But I still think the World Cup has prestige. What do you think?
no, to me, give me Libertadores
Yeah,
all day, all day.
which is older than the World Cup, right?
I don't think so.
I don't think so,
No,
but it's older than the
no.
Champions League.
definitely. No, because Champions League had a different name back then. It was I
It
don't
was like
remember.
the European Championship or something.
Yeah, something like that.
But
But
I believe Copa Libertadores came first, and the system and the idea came from South America first. So which they came up with the World Cup as well.
yeah, the first one was in Uruguay. So
Which Uruguay claims they have three, but they technically have two.
four. They say they have four.
They have four. Oh wow, there you
Yeah.
go. I mean, so let me look at. I'll show you the roster because I'm able to share my screen from here, and I thought there might be some European players. Can you see my Chrome?
No,
Okay.
but
Well,
I
anyways,
have it.
I will read it out to you. Well, not read it out because it's way too long. All the
No, but
players.
I have it on my second screen, and I don't
Oh,
know
okay.
anything. I've
Yeah.
never seen
So
any.
pretty much, um, a lot of them play for Al Sadd.
Okay,
Which is a good strategy, Lucas. If your national team, most of the players play in a one club because they know how to play with each other.
that's true. Yeah, very
Spain
true.
did it back in 2010. You could say Germany had a lot of Bayern Munich players. But that's pretty much it. That's only two examples I know, to be honest. I mean, Argentina, most of their players were mixed. They were not all from Boca or River when they won the World
Yeah,
Cup, right?
yeah. When we won the World Cup, yeah, actually, a lot of them were from River or Boca.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you mix it up, but
Because back then, it wasn't as now that that if you play in Argentina, you don't make any money.
yeah,
Back then, it was competitive. It was,
right,
I think into the year 2000 was very competitive, and then after that, it just went downhill.
yeah. So the Qatar squad, I would say about 60 to 70% of them play in Al Sadd, which is a club in Qatar, which I won't be surprised they started that a few years ago. They started
Yeah.
actually in 1969, my bad, which
Okay.
is still a fairly young club. Still, I would say
Yeah. Yeah.
most clubs,
Is
like the
that
best clubs, started back in the early 1900s.
is that the club where Xavi used to coach, or?
Oh, you're right. Oh my gosh, good. That's a good point. Maybe Xavi was there to prep him for the World Cup.
Yeah. Let me ask you
That is
this: Would you
interesting.
have Xavi as your coach in Colombia?
I don't know. I think Xavi is focused with his home club Barcelona.
Okay.
Really,
Well,
yeah. I think.
I'll make it easier for you. What about for Liverpool?
Oh no, well, I mean Liverpool's Klopp.
Okay.
Klopp for till 2025 at least.
But club leaves. Something happens. Club leaves. He has a special. I don't know,
Oh, who takes
like a
over?
family emergency.
Wow, that'd be tough to replace, man.
You wouldn't take Xavi?
I would take him, but I don't think he would go there. I mean, a lot of these Spanish coaches from Spain, they're oh no, I can't say that because Guardiola went to Man City. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, Xavi needs to prove it first in Barcelona, which I think that's his best bet. I mean, he has to win La Liga, he has
Okay.
to win maybe the Champions League, maybe. But if he can at least win a couple of ligas, then he could think about going to another club like Bayern Munich, Liverpool, or maybe Manchester United. So,
Okay.
but
Um,
I think he's too young still.
and I'll ask you. I'll ask you this one as well. If you were they don't have presidents, right? In the Premier League, they have the CEO, right? They have an owner.
Yeah, it's like the chairmans, I guess you can say.
Yeah.
They
Okay. So
like
if
the
you were a
decision making role.
chairman, if you were a chairman of Manchester City, would you fire Pep?
Oh no, I couldn't. I couldn't because it'd be hard.
He's
It'll
there
be
to
very
win the.
difficult.
He's there to win the Champions League.
Yeah, I mean,
You bring him everything he wants. He has absolutely everything he needs, and it
he
doesn't
need.
happen.
What I would do is I'll bring in like Halan and see how that goes
Okay.
because Halan is a prolific striker,
Okay. But
and
they always bring him everything he wants. I don't
yeah,
think.
but he's been lacking strikers for a little bit. Like I know uh El Kun Aguero was with
But
Man City,
he
but he
didn't
was kind of
he didn't
dwindling
play him.
down.
He didn't want to play him.
Yeah, they didn't play him. Probably because of injuries or something. And then they got Gabriel Jesus, but that's it. They don't got
Yeah.
anyone else. I can't think of anyone else. But if they bring Haaland, I would like to see what happens then. If he doesn't
Okay.
win the Champions League by next year,
Then you
it's
will
tough to
fire him.
fire the best coach ever. It really is.
But okay, let's get into this discussion for a little bit if you want.
We could.
But do you think he's the best coach ever?
That's a good question. Best coach, I would say no, not yet.
Okay.
Right now, no. Jose Mourinho has a better record than he does, winning
Okay.
trophies, games, and things like that. I don't think Mourinho will be at his best again. But I would say Guardiola is definitely up there, like one of the best. Klopp might be in that conversation.
Top five? What would be your top five?
Top five ever or top five right now?
Top five ever.
Ever? Wow. Gosh. I would say Mourinho.
Okay.
Um, Maldini. No, no, no,
Okay.
no, no. I have to go back on that because that's a lot of. Because I know they're like, who was the coach in AC Milan in the late '90s? He was good.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Alex Ferguson,
Okay.
definitely up there. Pep
But
Guardiola.
Ferguson didn't win much.
He won a lot of. Yeah, he didn't win much Champions League. He won a
He
lot
won a
of
lot of Premier Leagues, which is tough.
Premier
I'll
Leagues,
give you
which
that.
is
Yeah.
tough in itself.
But he was also in Manchester United. He wasn't in.
He was there for a long time though.
Fulham.
Yeah.
He didn't coach Fulham and won, a championship. He was at Manchester
Yeah.
United. So I'll tell
Arsene
you my
Wenger?
top. Eh,
No.
eh.
Um,
I'll give you my top five, which two I know you might not know.
and they're from Argentina.
Gallardo
He's
and
good.
Ramon Diaz.
Wow.
And
Never
then
heard of them. Well, Gallardo I have, but the other guy
Okay.
no.
no,
No.
okay, and then Mourinho,
Yeah.
Ancelotti,
I was gonna say him.
and and the guy from what's his name? I don't remember.
Klopp.
I can't.
I thought you were gonna say like Bianchi.
No, Bianchi, no, forget it. Not Klopp. I'm sorry, not Klopp. The guy that was the guy that's at Chelsea.
Oh, Tuchel.
That guy,
Tuchel.
that guy.
Yeah, I mean, a little too soon, I would say for all time, but he's a good coach. Same for Pochettino. He could get. I mean, he could do some stuff, some damage down the road.
I don't like Pochettino.
No, interesting how things didn't get along with him and Messi. But anyways, well, there you have it. The roster, most of them from like Al Saad, coached by Xavi, so there might be some momentum there. But now Xavi is back in Spain. Your overall thoughts of Qatar? Do you think they have a chance? Do you think this team is built up? They did their best. What are your thoughts?
I think they are maybe get a tie against Ecuador and lose against Senegal and Holland. So
Yeah,
we're gonna get 1 point. We're gonna see very little of them, and I think. Let me ask you this: do you like watching the show before the first game?
Oh, the opening show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, those are like the things you watch, you look for. I like the Euro Cup one last year was good, but yeah, the World Cup, the opening show, and also when they go to the championship game, it's pretty intriguing. Sometimes it can be slow and boring, but they do have a good happy ending towards the end.
I get
How about you?
desperate. I get desperate. I'm like, start the game. Start the game.
But the
Nobody
first
cares about
opening
this.
match are typically boring. There's not much going on sometimes.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a low scoring match. It's not 5-0. It's like either 1-0 or 2,
That's
like
true. That's true.
one of like the most like the opening mentions, that was a big surprise when Cameroon beat Argentina in 1990.
That was, yeah,
That was bad for Argentina. But hey, they came back, went to the final.
yeah, yeah. And
So
they stole the final from us.
I know
It's,
it wasn't a penalty. Wasn't a penalty. So,
wasn't a penalty.
well, there you have it. This is the first show of previewing each World Cup team that the World Cup will begin this November 21st, where it'll be the first World Cup in the wintertime. Did you know that the clubs will release their players only 1 week before the World Cup starts?
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
But a lot of these players will be in mid-season form, so they'll be in shape. There won't be towards the end of the season where they're kind of like, fatigued,
Yeah.
but they're in mid-season form, but the clubs wish they could keep them. But so, and it'll be about, I think it'll be like exactly 4 weeks. So maybe a little bit shorter, but it's going to be pretty exciting. Lucas, the World Cup's exciting for me and it's exciting for you, isn't it?
It's okay.
It's okay. Copa America's better. I'm kidding.
Copa America is better. Copa Libertadores is better.
Lucas, what's the best way to reach you online?
Instagram, Lucas El Pivot.
Which, how you spell that?
So Lucas and then ELPIVOT.
PBOT, which is an Argentinian story behind it. If you
We'll
do
keep it for
am
next
them,
time.
yeah,
Keep it for
for,
next
for stay tuned for next time. And you can reach us at thesportscast.net or the Sportscast1 on Twitter and Instagram. And we'll be following the NBA this weekend. And of course, any soccer news as well, and NFL, and sport keeps going on. Lucas, thanks for coming on.
No, please. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And this was your update.